I just got the Zeta 280 from Zeta Science. It sent as a beta test, and we're going to see just how much it actually takes to get it out of the box and in here. I've already taken a look in here just to make sure we get everything we need. Everything looks really nice, like the canopy is really well done, and it fits on there. It just clips on with these two little rubber things, and it won't go anywhere. It's got 2204, 2300 kV motors that a lot of guys are using, and they're really powerful motors for this size quad. Should be pretty good. Came with the camera VTX built in already. It's got 20 amp ESCs with BL heli flashed into them, but it's all in the power distribution board. Like, it's an actual PCB frame, so you don't have to worry about having crap all over the place and a bunch of wires. The frame is really nice. I really like how it's triangular right here, because when you hit the ground it's going to be a lot stronger than just a straight arm. That's why they build bridges with triangles. And it came with the props, antenna, and that's it for the play edition. I just loosened some of the stuff on here, so I wouldn't have to do it all in the video. But basically what you have to do is you just have to stick your radio in here, between this and here. And you have to have your pin sticking up through that hole there, because it's not going to fit anywhere else. Oh, damn, those ones are... Damn, that one's tight still.
Want to just redo it or what?
Yeah. Okay, so you got that off. Flip that over. Let's see what kind of VTX it is. Yeah, one thing I noticed on here is the CC3D is not going to be easily removable, because it is straight soldered to the PCB and right there. So you'd have to get like an iron that's got a really wide tip, or reflow it, which would be kind of dangerous. You don't really want to fuck it up. Hot glue again. I'm just using a dab of hot glue because that's what I got for this. You want to stick the pins from your RX right above the hole in the PCB there, in order for the plugs to be able to fit. I'm using a 433 open LRS system because it's got a long ass range. All these wires here, they're just single line, they just go straight into your signal. Last one, did you not want to go in? One thing about these two is it would be a good idea to put a piece of Velcro on here and on the bottom of the battery as well as the strap, because you don't want your battery to slide forward and whack all your plugs right here. It could do a lot of damage. Especially if you're using the same receiver I am, because the pins on the Orange RX Open LRS receiver, crap, they bend all the damn time. And I've broken a couple of them off and had to replace them, which sucks too. Another thing I do like about this quad is that they use bolts that go straight through with nuts on them. Well, on the other 250 quads where the standoffs are threaded, you tend to strip them out because they're made out of cheap, crappy Chinese aluminum. And on here, you have a nice steel nylock nut that won't get messed up. They're actually thinking people take these things apart every once in a while instead of just saying, screw you, you get tighten that bolt once and you're screwed after that. I did just loosen that, damn it. Stuck to a motor. There it is. I'm going to tighten those up after, before I do the receiver setup. And even though it's actually on the RC Group's post, it wasn't even mentioned it came with props, but it did, which is good because mine haven't come in yet. I was really worried about that. All we have here is 5/4. And no, I'm not balancing the props. I'm testing it out of the box. I've never balanced a multi-rotor prop in my life. And it's pretty much most of the work it takes to put one of these together, so that's really nice. It says it's pre-programmed on the side of the box. Unfortunately, with CC3D, you will always have to do transmitter setup. Even though it may be perfectly tuned and flyable, unless it's set perfectly to your transmitter, you may have problems. When you plug any radio in, you have a slightly different center ppm and or PWM. So like mine is 1450, my Spectrum was 1501. That little bit will throw you off, and you have to tune it out with sub trims. So just plug it in the computer and do the transmitter setup properly. We're gonna do that next. Good fly. Oh shit. Yeah, it's pretty easy to forget to rearm it because it'll click go always disarm every time you go into that. I like to use roll right. See? And without even unplugging that, let's see what it does. Fortunately, we had a little arming issue, and because my radio wasn't set up quite right, and I cracked one of the stock props trying to run it up on the bench. But these are 5/4 King Kong props, and
should fly just fine on it. This is with totally stock settings. There is actually quite a bit of wind out here right now. Holy crap.